downhill, put pressure on the rim, get to the foul line, going 5 of 6 tonight. But yeah, Michael's a guy that we rely upon for his efficiency and his scoring, and he did that at a very high level for these first 5 games.
Coach, KCP actually left twice. Can you talk about what he was battling through in his effort tonight?
Yeah, the ankle injury, and obviously he left to go back and get it retaped, get it looked at. Then he was on the bike for a while. It seemed like we had a lot of guys that were getting banged up along the way. I didn't know who the hell we were going to finish the game with. But we were able to get the job done. But yeah, KCP's a warrior. He didn't shoot the ball as well as we all know that he can. But when he's not making shots, he's making life hell for his opponent in his matchup. And once again, we'll rest tomorrow. We'll turn the page, get ready for Minnesota. We know them, they know us. Another rematch of last year's playoffs, and they're playing at an extremely high level.
Coach, back on the plane and go to LA. Just how big was it to get this win with Jamal nicked up, then with KCP not knowing who's going to finish the game, to get these 4 or 5 days of rest?
Oh, really important. And that was kind of the question. Does Jamal sit tonight and you give him more days to rest up, or do you kind of put all your chips in the middle of the table and say, listen, we're not going back to L.A.? And that's what wound up happening. And anytime you can get rest, give Minnesota credit. They handle their business. 4-game sweep. I believe the first sweep in T-Wolves history. And shout out to Chris Finch. I hope he's okay with that scary injury on the sideline last night. But if you can get some rest, mental and physical, this time of the year, that's so important. And we'll need the rest as we get ready for Game 1 on Saturday.
That rest also for the guys that are injured, but some of the young guys, and you talked about all year having to play young guys, and these are big games. These guys are getting minutes. Good to get them kind of mentally rested a little bit and ready for the second round? Yeah, and understanding that, like in our locker room, there wasn't a huge celebration. We did what we were supposed to do in our eyes. And now it's an opportunity to get guys rest, but each series is completely different. Who played in this series may not be the same as who plays next series. Different matchups, different strategy, different game plans. I thought Peyton Watson hit a big shot tonight. There was a big 3 he made. But any moments that Christian or Peyton get, this was a closeout game. I ran our starters heavy minutes, and thankfully that paid off, and we don't have to kind of go back and try to get Game 6 in L.A.
Coach, you said the start in Game 4 was unacceptable. Did you see that intensity at the start of Game 5 that you wanted to see? Oh, yeah. No, our guys were ready to go. That's one thing about our group. I think we have the ability to be honest with each other and, more importantly, be honest with ourselves. And they knew that, that game in L.A., Game 4, wasn't who we are and what we're about. And what's important is how do you bounce back? And I felt, once again, we talked about winning the first quarter, not playing from a deficit, and we did that tonight. And that was great to see some growth in that area. And that's got to continue as we move forward.
Two things. First, this wasn't another 29-point game for Aaron Gordon, but how big was that offensive rebound in traffic late in the game to deny a possession where you guys would have been trailing in the last minute? And then sort of when you zoom out and look at this series, like you said, a little closer than maybe the 5 games would indicate, how do you kind of sort of overall evaluate the way the team is playing so far in the playoffs going into the second round?
Well, regarding Aaron, he's a warrior and does the dirty work. So 7 points, 6 assists, 13 rebounds, 5 on the offensive glass. None bigger than that one in traffic that he wrestles away from 2 Lakers. And we wound up getting a kick-out 3. And those are huge extra possessions and huge points for us down the stretch of a very close game. And then how would I rate how we're playing right now? As I said, all series, we won the series 4-1. I think there's so much room for improvement. It was great to see us finally make some threes tonight, 16 of 38.